Aloha, aloha, my wonderful and beautiful ones. Here we are for the energy reading for the week of July 10th until July 16th. We don't have any portal days, full moons, or I was gonna say empty moon. Sorry, full moon, and the other one is new moon. Sorry, the new moon. We don't have any moons right now for this week, but we do still have 4 different planets being retrograde, and that means Pluto is still retrograde until October, so that one's a long one. We have Saturn being being retrograde until November 4th. We have Venus with us until 3rd of September, and we have Neptune being retrograde until December. So those are a couple of big ones, and let me just tell you a little bit about it. So Pluto is actually, a very actionable one. I feel that that's the one that is actually making us go through a very intense time, because it's, it's a lot of energies happening, a lot of things to work through, but it's also telling us to go inwards, right? So this is the weird one, because Saturn, on the other hand, is telling us to start doing, come in, start doing work, do it. The energy of Saturn is telling us to do that, while Pluto is actually asking us to, do a little bit slow. So that's why, take a deep breath, look at what the seeds you've already, planted. And Venus is actually asking us to take a look at where are we love-wise, where, relationship-wise, and where are we job-wise. So are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Is it purposeful for you? Is it something that you want to do? And Neptune is actually telling us, take away that red, pink, rosa-rote, in German we would say rosa-rote Sonnenbrille, and I think the translation would be the pink glasses. Do we have that in English? So basically what it means having a pink glasses on is when you're still, when you're freshly in love and everything's so perfect and so beautiful, and there's like no negative stuff happen that you can see. And so the Neptune is actually calling us to take that off, to stop being in that, first lover's phase, and to actually see what's happening, see the truth, see it a little bit more, from a broader point of view. And because of that, because we're having so many, planets right now that are, influencing us, and they're not just influencing us for this week, this is their influence for the next couple of months. That's why I decided to make an extra pile for that. Then, as always, we have the general one. And for those of you only listening and not watching, we have the ending opal on the left side for the personal messages. We have a beautiful feather in the center, and we have my favorite Palo Santo on the right hand side. So whichever of these 3 resonate with you, it can be whatever. And always, as always, take a breath with me. Let's do this right now. While you just focus on receiving the question, the answer, is it 1 card, 2 cards, or 3 cards? Card decks, and which one is it? It's card decks, not piles. Thank you. I think I'm getting the hang of this. So if there are, whatever calls to you, again, it can be 1, 2, or 3 items. So whichever item calls to you, take that one, take a deep breath, and then use it for yourself. That's going to be your personal message. All right. And while you do that, while you feel into that, I'm going to call in the universe, the spirit guides, everybody, all the entities and energies out there that want to support us. I'm asking them to come and support us here in this circle, in this circle energy reading, to help us receive the messages that we're going to need for the week of July 10th until July 16th. Thank you so much for being part of this, all our ancestors, spirit animals, spirit guides. Thank you for coming and helping us in receiving this important message. All right, my wonderful ones, let's get started with the general cards. And here we have, let's see, we have weight of the world. No, sorry, not the general cards. These are the ones for the planets. So here we go. Weight of the world, boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. I love this because this is something so important for us empaths to understand. It's our own decision if we want to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders, or if we're ready to set the boundaries, to release it, to let go, and it's not just being ready, it's also taking the decision to stop doing so. If there's something going on in the rest of the world, and it's okay to feel, to feel that, but ask yourself, what is it that I can do right now? If I go into the spiral downwards, it's not going to help anybody. But if I keep the strength and focus on solutions, what am I giving energy to? The solutions, right? So let's do that all together. And another thing the planets are sending us is autumn, release the old and rest. So here we go. That's Pluto. Release the old and rest. This is like all the deep stuff that's coming up. If you feel it, if you see it in your system, it's because it's calling to you, all right? So it's time to release the old. It's time for us to do, meditations, rituals of release, work on things. Once you recognize something, work on it. It's the perfect time. You're going to have support from, like you see, the spirits, the planet, and even the planets. Here we go. Another one for us from the planets, and it's Stag. Trust and thrive. Trust and thrive. I think there's not much more to say other than let's trust together in the spiritual guidance that we receive. Let's trust, let's move into that trust, because if we don't have the trust, if we don't have it, how are we expecting it to happen, right? So let's do that. And then another one that we have here from the ancestors, Earth Mother, feel loved and comfort. So feel love and comfort. So Mother Earth is taking care of us. She's there. She's holding us. So again, let's be grounded. Let's try to be grounded as often as possible. Let's remember the universe and the world is working for us, not against us. It's working for us, all right? And then the last card that we receive from the planets is El Moria. Here we go, awakening presence. That's one of the things that I've been saying. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Here it is, the awakening presence that we have, and it's here to serve us, all right? It's here to serve us, to support us, and it's important that we know that. It's important for us to stand in that, in that energy. So please, like it says here, be present with yourself. Be present there. Allow it to happen. Allow yourself to see the awakening presence. Allow yourself to release. So this is something, these cards are for the next couple of weeks and months. So as you saw, it's important to release. It's important to remember the universe is there for you. It's protecting you. All right. Trust and thrive and feel comforted by Mother Earth as well, and set the right boundaries. I love that we got the boundary card, because that's perfect to practice over and over again. All right, let's talk about the general cards for only for this week. So these are here, and we have the big picture thinking. Here we go. Pleiadian energy, visionary inspired ideas. I love the Pleiades. I've always, ever since I found them when I was on Hawaii, ever since then, whenever I travel, I always feel like I feel them in the sky, and their beautiful energy, and it's the big picture thinking. All right, so don't think too little, too tiny. So go big for yourself. All right. Try to, if it's hard, take a step back. It's always good to take a step back and look at things. Another card that we have is the Medicine Guardian. Be open to healing information. Wow, I love that this one's coming up, because that's what, what these cards, the first cards, the planet cards were telling us. It's about healing, and it's important for us to get this information from, download it. And that's what's happening. That's why we might be feeling weird in our bodies, weird sensations, weird emotions. Allow that to come in. Create a safe space where you can allow yourself to feel the feeling and to receive those downloads. All right. Another card is the Inner Earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Again, Inner Earth, right? So, sorry. It's about returning into where we are into our inner selves and focusing on the solutions. There are solutions. Again, you'll survive this. Remember that. All right. That's a piece that they are bringing to you. Remember that no matter what, you will survive, and there are solutions. All right. So focus on the solutions. And as an affirmation for this week, we receive, when I'm grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire. And I love this because it's so helpful in so many ways, because while we're grateful, we put the energy on the things that we love doing. So while we are grateful, we can feel good along the way, on the way to what we want to create, right? Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So this is what we're going to be doing this week. It's about being grateful. It's about creating the solutions. And how do we do that? By focusing on solutions. The more we focus, we might not know the solution yet, but by setting our system and putting it into the direction of solution, it will come. It will definitely come. All right, here we have this wonderful opal. So everybody who resonated with the opal, this is your personal message. And here we go. We have the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Again, when this card comes, my beautiful one, it doesn't necessarily mean, this dark side of anger, right? But there could be some anger that wants to be released. There might be some conflicts that needs to be released. So everything right now is pointing towards that. The energies, the universe is supporting you, to create what it's saying here, softening into love. All right. But it's a good reminder for you as well. Once you feel the anger, either use the cards that we just got, the general cards, and create a space for it to heal, right? And if you can't in the moment, soften yourself for love. It's a decision, right? So as an affirmation you get, I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my vision to become my reality, all right? I trust that my powerful intentions combined with my faith are enough to allow my visions to become my reality. Here we go again. Set the intention and then have faith that the universe will deliver. It might not deliver in the way that you want it to. Always remember, the how is a thing of the universe, because you might think that it's good in green, but the universe knows that purple with yellow dots is way better for you. So it will do, it's way better to open yourself up to that, but focus on your intention, set the intention, focus on it, and have faith. And like the general card said, trust. All right. It's all about trust. Here we go. Another card for you is the Horus Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. And again, it's reminding you of the power, how you can create. You have that power. So for this week, be mindful of what you think, because your thoughts are going to create. So if you are mindful, create with your thoughts again, right? I love that. It's the choice that we have once we change our thoughts, and the thoughts help us change our emotions again. And the last card for you is the Sage. Be devoted and committed. Commit yourself, all right? Don't be squirrel, right? Don't be, oh my God, squirrel. No, stay committed, stay to that. It's okay to, every now and then, I have that too. We get distracted by so many other things in the world, but stay committed to what you want to create, what you want to make. When this card also comes, this is another thing that I just want to add to this, is that, when this card comes and it tells you stay committed, it might mean that all along the way you're starting to change your mind because someone else is, what if they feel sorry, you feel sorry for someone, and then you want to start changing your mind. No, stay committed. Stay committed to your path, who you are. It's okay to help others. We need that. But if it is overstepping your boundary, stay committed to yourself. All right. That's an important one. All right. If the feather resonated with you, these are your messages. And here we go. We have the arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Wow. So that's going to be important for you this week. Surround yourself with protective energy. Here we go. Here you see a wonderful image. And if you remember, or if you were part of my Facebook group inside of the Divine Empath Alliance, then you might remember the how to protect yourself energetically. If you haven't, go check it out. I have the link below. Register to the Divine Empath Alliance, and you will have, the direct links to those, if you're interested. That will be something that you could use to surround yourself with protective energy for this week. Another intention for you is: when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. And I love this because, especially when we have a card like the one that you just had with the protection, it's here to merge that desire with faith so that you can take action from a place of peace. If you create your protection from a place of peace, it's going to be way more powerful than if you do it from a moment of control. All right? That's also a very important part to understand. And you have Kutumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. So trust what you have inside of yourself. It's important, and you know it. All right? You have so much wisdom inside, and it's okay for you to follow that. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. And I love when this comes on, is because, surrender into it, my darling. It might seem rocky this week, looking at your cards, but it's just showing you how, what wants to be healed. And the wonderful thing is that it's calling you to surrender into your faith, into your, trust in the universe, your spirit guides, trust, create that energetic protections that you want to make for yourself that feel good for you. Create those, but also surrender into that the universe is always there for you, and it's going to support you. All right. And the last card is the Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. Oh, you have the double card telling you that you have the answers inside. So go and do that. Go and, connect yourself with your insides and connect with that energy and unlock that magic that lives within you. All right. Okay, so if the Palo Santo was the one that called to you, these are your cards. And here we go. We have the karmic relationships, Orion, energy, polarity, soul growth, conflict. So there might be some weird relationships coming up for you this week, but don't worry. Again, seeing the general cards that we've had, stay, trust, in faith. And remember, the universe is doing it to help you. So whatever wants to be released, there might be some bumps on the road for this week for you. But it's going to help you, like it says here, for your soul growth. All right. So there might be some conflict, but don't worry. It's going to help you. All right. So you have the holy amethyst, divine alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. And here we go. If we have conflicts in relationships, it's about thinking about what do you want to create? How do you want to be? Maybe you're thinking about a special way of how you want your relationship to be, and it might not be working that way right now. All right. And it doesn't, ask for help, ask for the solution, and you might get a solution. It doesn't always necessarily have to be, that you have to separate. Sometimes it's about bringing your partner in and talking about it. All right. And the next one for you is manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Wow. This is a long affirmation, but it's so beautiful. So if you want to just pause and read it again for yourself. And for those of you, listening, I'm going to read it again. Manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. Here we go, my darling. So if there is something, like I just said, to take the example of the relationship, if you want your relationship to be a little bit different because you're yearning for it, something inside of you is calling for it, align yourself with the universe, align yourself to your spiritual guides, and connect with that and say, okay, I want this. I want to have this connection. And with this connection, I want to find the solution on how to deal with this. It might be words. It might be someone to help you with your partner. All right. It might be something that you find somewhere that will support you. And the next one is, when I'm attuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. And here we go. If you attune yourself with the energy of how you want your relationship to be, I'm still taking that as an example. Again, it doesn't mean for everybody that it's about relationships, but I'm just using this as an example. So when I'm tuned into the energy of abundance, I become abundant. And here it is. If you're attuned with the energy that you want to create, that's how you are going to bring it closer and call it in. And the last card that I have for you is Cracked Open Rock Bottom. Here we go again for you as well. Surrender to the alchemy of life. All right, and I think you have divine alchemy, alchemy of life. So there you go. So it's about alchemy for you, maybe. Look into that. It's about creating that. And, you know, whenever rock bottom comes up, it's about surrendering for you as well. All right, my beautiful darlings, that was it for this week. I hope it inspired you to have the right information for this week. You know, whenever you need, go and call in the spirit guides to support you. And as I see it for all of us, it's about being present, setting the right boundaries. And again, it's all about returning into trust and faith. So why don't we do this all together? Let's return to trust and faith. Keep surfing your energy wave, my beautiful ones. Bye.